Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, a gentle queen sat by the window sewing. As she sewed, she pricked her finger, and a drop of blood fell on the snow outside. "I wish I had a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as roses, and hair as black as ebony," she whispered. Soon after, the queen gave birth to a beautiful baby girl just like she had imagined. They named her Snow White, but sadly, the queen passed away, and the king remarried a vain and proud woman. This new queen had a magic mirror and often asked it, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror always answered, "You are my queen." As Snow White grew older, she became more and more beautiful. One day, the mirror told the queen, "Snow White is now the fairest of them all." Enraged, the queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White deep into the forest and never let her return. But the kind-hearted huntsman couldn't harm Snow White. "Run, dear child, run far away and never come back," he told her. Snow White ran through the forest, scared and alone, until she stumbled upon a tiny cottage with 7 small beds and a kitchen full of tiny dishes. She cleaned the house and fell asleep across the little beds. That evening, 7 dwarfs came home and found her. They were surprised but kindly welcomed her. Snow White stayed with the dwarfs, cooking and cleaning. In return, they protected her and became her dear friends. Meanwhile, the queen discovered Snow White was still alive. She disguised herself as an old peddler woman and went to the dwarf's cottage. First, she gave Snow White a tight lace that nearly choked her. Then a poisoned comb. But each time, the dwarfs returned in time to save her. Finally, the queen made a poisoned red apple. This time, when Snow White took a bite, she fell to the ground, seemingly lifeless. The dwarfs were heartbroken and laid her in a glass coffin in the forest, surrounded by flowers and love. One day, a kind prince riding by saw Snow White and was enchanted. As he leaned down to kiss her gently, the piece of apple dislodged from her throat. Snow White opened her eyes. The prince and Snow White soon married. Even the forest animals came to celebrate. The wicked queen's power faded, and Snow White lived happily ever after with her new friends and beloved prince.